Howdy, High Tides. We're Jed and Shay for Beach Film News.
Shay, what are you going to be in 10 years?
Probably on the streets, Jed. But we asked you guys, we have a time capsule. What are you guys going to do in 10 years?
So I'm going to be 27. Where do I want to be? I don't know, somewhere else. Somewhere different. Somewhere new, like happy.
Successful? Is that a good answer? Yeah, and I want to be enjoying life, and I don't know, hopefully done with college.
I don't know, I want to have contributed to something, like something artistically, or have found something that I know that I'm good at and that I am confident in my ability to do. Something like that.
Yay.
I just want a roof over my head, that's really it. I hope I get a job that I like, but really if I'm not struggling to pay rent, that's good enough for me.
Hopefully I will have graduated college, like maybe environmental engineering, and hopefully I'm like doing something to change the world.
In 10 years from now, I hope to be a veterinarian. I hope to have 2 little dogs. I hope to have my own apartment. That's where I see myself in 10 years from now.
I see myself as an entrepreneur and with a husband and kids.
I see myself in a hospital being a surgeon that makes like $1 million a year and coming home to like 3 kids and a husband. Have you been feeling nostalgic about anything recently?
I've been feeling really nostalgic about like childhood since I'm turning 18. I feel like it's all over with.
Oh, listening to old music from like when I was little. I have so many songs that like I haven't heard in like a really long time, and I'll just like listen to them and be like, oh my god, like I remember that. It takes me back to like when I was younger.
Middle school, like 8th grade, and like just like the people I used to go to school with and like have class with. I kind of miss them in a way.
Whenever I pick up my brother from like after school, and then like I just think about when I was in school, like I mean I started school but like elementary, it's like
Honda Odyssey, the car, because my mom had a Honda for like 9 years straight.
What's been the biggest stress on your mind?
Colleges, applying and figuring out what I want.
College applications, 100%.
It's college. Like no hesitation, college.
School. School and keeping a job. Handling both. Well, since school started, you know, a couple weeks ago, stress has been like a little amped up with the pressure, you know.
My uncle's best friend, his arm is getting cut off because he got in a motorcycle accident. So like he's in the hospital fighting for his life.
Having to like maintain friendships and relationships with people, because like I'm the type of person I kind of like go ghost sometimes, and I forget that I have to keep up with the people in my life, and I can't just expect everything to be like the same way that I left off with somebody.
Did you know that we have a new activities director and that she's been at the school for longer than you expect?
Let's talk to some teachers about Miss Velosh.
Well, I've known Miss Velosh since high school, since we graduated back in '92.
I got here in 1992, and if I'm not mistaken, I think she was here right around that time, give or take a year or 2.
Miss Velosh is my best friend, and I've known her for 25 years almost. In fact, when I started teaching here, her room was right next to mine in the old 0 wing, which is now building 7. So, yep, known her for many years, know her, know all her kids.
Just being with her and knowing her professionalism and how she has such pride in her job and what she does, I'm real excited for her to take over the activities job. I think she's going to do a great job, and it's good to have that old kind of beach high feel, someone from that era back, and I'm excited.
Now we're glad that she's back. and she's been working with activities since she was a student as well.
And yep, I think everyone I've talked to is absolutely ecstatic that she's come back, that she knows her stuff.
If you need to talk to Miss Velosh, make sure to go to room 306.
Now with September wrapping up and October right around the corner, that means Halloween, scary movies, and all that sort of stuff. With that, let's talk about this new scary movie called Candyman.
I'm Isaac.
And I'm Alani, and welcome to
Beach High at the Cinema. All right, so this is something we're trying out. You know, we might keep doing this for more episodes, or this might be the first and last, but today we are talking about Candyman, the new movie from 2021, came out a few weeks ago, by Nia De La Costa. That's the director.
Yes, it's also produced by Jordan Peele, if that rings any bells.
Yeah,
Director of
Get Out.
Us, yes. So,
what did you think of it? Yeah,
I liked it. Overall,
you liked it?
Yeah.
I liked it too. Yeah, she saw it in the theaters. I saw it at home at HBO.
Yes, it's not an original movie. Like, it's a remake.
Yeah, it's like a reboot sequel make. It's everything.
You can watch it without. I didn't watch the original. He did, and it made sense without watching the original. So if you're lazy, you could do that. But overall, how do you think it compares to the original?
I think that, you know, I love the original. It's easily in my top 5 horror movies of the 90s. I think that I love like the sort of like the gothic aesthetic. That's just kind of like everything is like grimy and grody.
Yes.
I like the social commentary of it, and I mean the voice of the Candyman just like it's like pure sugar.
Okay.
It's like candy for the ears.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's fitting to his name.
Yeah.
So, in terms of social commentary, how do you think that plays in the remake, in this newer movie?
I think that from what I think that the newer movie it's a great horror movie. It has good scares, good characters, good like building tension.
Yes.
But it doesn't. It feels like it's sort of in the other aspects, the stuff that make it a great movie. It's a little rushed, you know.
Yes, I mean, I think you're right. The way that they like built up to kind of like the horror parts of it was really good.
Yeah.
You know, scares you and puts you on edge.
Yeah.
I think the way that they built it like that was effective.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think that like my main problem I think is that like if a classic movie, the plot goes like this, you know, kind of rises up.
Yeah.
This one it felt kind of like, and then like at the end it's like, oh, we have to finish the movie, and then it goes.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Where it ended, where it got to the climax and where it ends didn't really work in terms of.
Yeah.
The ending did feel kind of rushed. I agree.
It felt kind of rushed, and it felt like they were kind of just like, they were done with the movie by the time they got to like the last 30 minutes.
There were a few parts, the ending I think overall was kind of just a little bit confusing now that I'm thinking about it. I don't want to spoil, but you know, how do you think the ending was for the original?
The original, it's a classic movie, it's a classic ending, and I think it easily, like it goes in a direction that you wouldn't expect at all, and it's, yeah, but you know, we're reviewing the modern movie, not necessarily the original here.
No, yes, of course, but I just want to know how it compares because
I think that it's definitely, I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a cash grab, because there are plenty of movies nowadays that are just taking something old and slapping a new coat of paint on it.
That's true.
This feels like it was made by like people who care and who wanted to make a good movie.
I agree. You could see the way it comes when you watch it. It's clear that it's not a cash grab, in your words.
But at the same time, it just didn't follow through, and it didn't feel like they were really willing to put the extra effort in to make it like a shining gem.
So overall rating, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I think 1 thumb up out of 2.
Out of 2? Okay.
Out of 2, 1.
I say 1.5. I liked it. And there were parts of it that like I understood and I was like, okay, I like the way it came off, at least to me.
Yeah. In my opinion, like with, this is true of almost any reboot, but especially this one, you're better off watching the original. And then if you're like that hungry for more, skip the sequels because they kind of suck. But then if you're hungry for more, watch the new one and just turn your brain off. All right, and that's my 1 thumb up review Candyman. It's still in theaters, catch it while it is, or it's streaming on HBO Max. Not sponsored.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah. Hey.
We're starting a new segment here on the news called What's Your Hobby?
Send in your hobbies, and you may even be able to get featured on Beach Film News.
Hi High Tides, my name is Antonio and this is my hobby. Gunpla. Gunpla is short for Gundam Plastic Model. The reason why I like Gunpla is that as a kid I always loved Lego, and Gunpla adds detail and complexity that Lego couldn't, and Lego feels very short, but Gunpla adds length to the builds. And the finished product is quite a display piece.
Now, it's time for Second Opinion, everybody's fourth or fifth favorite segment. Last week, we asked you, the viewer, how do you feel about the fact that there's two anchors? And you guys loved it.
Now this week's question is, do you guys think Miss Pierce should shave her head? Let us know at this QR code.
Or check out the link in the description to answer that question.
Now I've been Shay.
I've been Jed. And you've been you.